It's Kringle Time. Sit back and relax as we dive into a world of laughter and learning with the Kringle Brothers, reminding us that we are better together.
Hey, what's going on? Hi, everybody. Welcome to Kringle Time. I'm your host, Michael.
And I'm Michael.
Yes, together we're, what you said, Bert and Ernie.
We don't want to see any memes of Bert and Ernie.
No memes of Bert and Ernie.
But right. Who makes a better Ernie? Him or me? Him or me? Him or me?
Rubber ducky or the one. All right, never mind. All right.
But no, why are we here, Michael? Why are we going
Well, you
live?
know what? We're remote tonight. We're in the Best Western Hotel in Clare, Michigan, because this is the Jingle Joy Retreat this weekend. And so we're going to Rooftop Landing. You might have saw, we talked to Dave and Dan, the owners of the Rooftop last week. And now we get to be here. So we get to see reindeer. Tim Conahan is here. There's a whole group. Let me see if I can pan right. There's a whole group of Santa. Say everybody hi.
So it's the first time we're actually having a live audience.
So yeah, which kind of scares me a little bit. It's like no forgiving this.
Well, don't worry. We only had one piece of cake. Imagine if we had 4 or 5 pieces.
Oh, it was good cake. But
it
not
was
as
good
cake. As my wife makes better cookies, but the cake was good. I shouldn't have said that live.
Oh,
all right,
my
sorry,
goodness.
Christmas, Kimmy. I didn't like your cake. I'm in trouble already.
We already need
5 minutes in the show.
And we already need a mute button here. But you know what? Why that we're live? We're going to bring on other Christmas performers.
Yes.
Santas, Mrs. Clauses, to share a story, to share maybe something that they want to learn.
Something fun, you know, that the near Christmas season is just a time of fellowship. You know, we believe that we're better together. And in the midst of being better together, we learn that iron sharpens iron. In other words, we learn from each other and grow. So since we're at the Rooftop Landing, I thought we'd start out with Santa Joe, known as the Rooftop Landing Santa, the Santa who's with the reindeer constantly. Joe, come on around.
Now, come on. You know what makes Joe so much fun, though? Do you know during COVID, he actually had a video that went viral?
Oh, he did.
And you know what that video was all about?
He was reading.
He was reading to the reindeer. I'm going to turn my seat over to Joe so Joe can sit down, but you'll still be able to hear me because I'm like the Phantom.
And so I thought he was going to say something about his wife, Trish, that he's famous for Trish.
Stacy.
No, Joe's wife is Trish.
Yes, she is.
Everyone, please welcome Joe. So, Joe, you're Santa at the Rooftop Landing, and tell us one of your favorite stories from a Christmas season.
Okay, well, I think probably, and this is by far my favorite Christmas story of all of my seasons, and this is one where Trish, my Mrs. Claus, was able to be with me, and we did a Santa and Mrs. Claus Caught in the Act.
Oh,
where we went out to a home. Mom and Dad left the door open, and we walked in. Let the
I'm sorry. Look back there. All the Santa's in the window. I'm sorry. Oh my! Sorry, it wasn't your story. It was funny, Joe. It was the Santas in the back that was getting me. All right. All right. So let me make sure I'm understanding where you're at. You had a wonderful visit, a special visit with the children. All right, go ahead.
Okay. So we walked into the house. It's like 7:00 in the morning. And everybody's asleep in the house, and rang the jingle bells and woke everybody up. And the parents had left packages out on the front porch, filled up by a staff that came in, and it was just absolutely the most wonderful thing because when I was unloading the packages underneath the tree, all of a sudden the 2 little girls come walking down the hallway, yawning and stretching and.
So this is like late at night, like midnight, or how late was this?
It was actually early in the morning.
Oh,
so it was like
okay, all right.
in the morning.
Oh, wow.
Yep. So we were out there, and as soon as they started walking down the hall, I kind of turned and seen them, and the one little girl, she. Just the brightest eyes, and she came running to me.
Oh wow!
And just gave me the biggest hug and said, Santa, I love you so much.
Oh my!
And now the other little girl, she was a little bit more timid. She was only 2. But Mrs. Claus was there, and I mean, who can get over Mrs. Claus, right?
That's fun.
She always, works with the little ones and gets them, to just get into the mood, I guess.
That's fun.
So yeah.
So how did you leave? You had the kids there. I mean, right? All they're awake and stuff. So how'd you make your exit?
Well, actually, what I did is I said, well, so we had actually played with the toys that I had brought with the little girl. And then afterwards, I read "Twas the Night Before Christmas" to them. I said, because you're actually up a little bit earlier than you should be. So I'm gonna read you a story, and then you can go back to bed, and then I have some other deliveries that I have to get to.
Wow.
So
that sounds magical.
Yeah, it was absolutely the most magical.
Cool. Well, thanks for sharing that, Joe. That's awesome.
Yeah.
And that's something that's I like the idea. Santa doesn't have to be at night. You could go early in the morning too.
That's right.
That's awesome. Thank you, Joe. All right, very good. Oh, that's fun.
All right. That was a fun story.
I like that story.
That was a good
one. Like that idea. I would kind of like going, let's hit them up for breakfast too.
Chicken and waffles.
No biscuits and gravy.
Santa
loves biscuits and gravy.
So for all those wondering what you can leave Santa out.
Yes, if you're ever in Reed City, just knock on my door.
Trust me, there's not many doors in Reed City.
No.
Find them really easy.
So the Main Street's only 2 blocks.
So let's see here. We have Santa Allen from Virginia. Ted Flynn's with us.
Oh,
Thomas
awesome.
Sharon
Oh,
is
hi,
watching.
Tom.
Hello,
Santa Mike Connor.
Hello.
Oh, hi, brother.
You missed the cheesesteaks, Mike.
Oh, yes, I did.
Hello,
and Santa
Gary.
Gary's here, and Troy. Oh, and Chris.
And
and
Sandy
Sandy
Garland.
Garland. She's my Mrs. Claus
I know.
at the Grand Rapids Public Museum.
Oh, that's wonderful.
And she has ruby slippers that are absolutely gorgeous.
Does she click them?
She'll click them. The little girls will look at her feet, and Sandy just plays it up so well. It's awesome.
So we have so many wonderful Santas here with us. Who is next on our list?
Let's see. I think we should have a Mrs. Claus. In fact, I think we should have your Mrs. Claus to give us maybe a Christmas memory. Stacy the Wonderful. That's spectacular.
Well, let me take this opportunity.
So you introduce your lovely.
This is my Mrs. Claus, the current reigning Modern Miss of the UIE pageant system. There she is. I'm going to give my seat up to her so she can sit down and talk to the pretty Santa. All right.
Come next to me.
Such a treat. I get to listen and participate virtually.
So how are you
I'm
doing?
glad to be here. I'm doing great.
I'm so glad that you made it here to the Jingle Joy.
Thank you. Me too.
So tell us one of your favorite Christmas stories. Now I know you do a parade, and all right. So
yes.
I should. All right, I'll be quiet. Sorry.
No, it's okay.
You just got me excited.
I know it's exciting, and you can see I'm wearing my sparkles today with my Sparkles Claus name tag. So one of my favorite things is when my 2 worlds collide. So I was able to obviously get introduced to this great group of Santas and Christmas performers, and then through United International Elite, we invited my Sash sisters in, and our international owners, Tom and Chris Lloyd. And so we are the UIE Elf Brigade.
Elf Brigade. So you got all those girls to be Michael's elf?
Yes, elves. We have Peppermint Twist and Elf.
I bet you it was a very good-looking elf crew.
And we met male elves too. We don't discriminate.
All right, this is awesome.
Yes, so all elves. So we've done parades together. We go to the foster closet for Downriver Foster Closet holiday party. So it's just great to see how you can bring different friends together from different walks of life to make a difference back in the community. So that's really exciting to me.
Now, since with a parade, do you have a special wave? The Queen would wave. How do you do your official Mrs. Claus wave?
Yeah, I don't think it like this. That's like when I'm super excited.
Now, like wiggle, wiggle, shoulder, wiggle, wiggle, shoot.
The figure 8. That's how you put the Queen wave. No, and actually, last parade that we did in Oakland County, I actually was an elf, and I stepped down and let someone else step into my spot as Mrs. Claus, Chris Lloyd, and she did a wonderful job with Santa. And then her husband Tom, he was an elf with me. So we mix it up and have all kinds of fun.
Cool. So are
Yeah.
they coming back again for this year?
They tell me they are. Yeah.
Oh,
But you know what's really fun too when they actually get to work with a Mrs. Claus is when you're sitting up at the Santa chair and Mrs. Claus is next to you and a little child comes up and goes, Santa, move. I only want a picture of Mrs. Claus.
This is true. And it does happen.
Really? That happened?
Absolutely, it happens.
Get out of here.
Yes,
I want Mrs. Claus.
yes, it absolutely
I
happens.
didn't know what happened to Santa, but Mrs. Claus is, yeah, she's high on my list.
So today it's also because we're at the reindeer farm. I'm
You
sporting
got
my
your
antlers.
antlers on.
Yeah, I
You
got a
see-
lot of things going on here.
You're doing it well. I like
So
it.
what's the
Thank
most
you.
thing you want to see at the reindeer farm this year?
I'm excited to see the baby reindeer, and I understand they have a very special blind reindeer. I'd like to see the blind reindeer and see how she gets around and,
Yes,
and
that's
how
right.
she,
Yeah,
how
they
she
had
handles that.
8 of them this year.
That's amazing.
8 babies this
8
year.
baby reindeers. I'm gonna go see
We
baby
get to meet
reindeer.
them and feed them and take good care of them.
It's exciting. Well, thank you for having me. I'm gonna
Thanks,
let some
Sid.
other Santas
All
talk
right,
to you.
everyone,
Bye,
give Stacy
everybody.
a big round of applause. Thank you, Stacy. All right, well, let's do
Now,
this.
aren't I lucky?
I mean,
MR2.
I'm looking at- we're doing pretty good.
We are doing pretty good, and we got some comments on there. Hello, Paul and Ken.
Oh.
Greetings from
Excellent.
Medina.
Oh, I love it.
Oh my goodness.
And Bob Smith. Ho, ho, ho. Nice, Bob. Yeah, original.
But we love you, Bob.
You know those people from the East Coast. I do love you, Bob.
Now,
Yes.
did we see your sister? Is your sister online?
No, I don't think that Sister Claus has made it.
Well,
on
Sister
yet.
Claus, if you're out there, we love you too. Oh, wait, what did Mike say? Oh, don't forget to stop by the Cop and Donut
Cops
Shop.
and Donuts.
Oh, yeah, we
yes.
do have Cops and Donuts here that we will be stopping at. But the reindeer farm really does take good care of us. Now we're talking
Oh my
about
God,
food.
Bob said, "Ouch! I'm sorry, Bob. I do love you."
But let's see. The reindeer farm is going to have they have a food truck there now, and we're going to have barbecue sandwiches for tomorrow,
I
and
think barbecue's tomorrow. Yes.
and then turkey on Friday.
Yep. We're going to eat. You can't have a Santa convention without food. It's just like, it's just not going to work.
So
You know,
again,
especially cookies, right?
if you're up near Clare, Michigan, and you want to come and see some wonderful reindeer, always stop by Rooftop Landing. And again, for more information, go to their website. They have live camera feeds of the reindeer.
Yep.
You can see wonderful image of Santa Joe. And oh my goodness, just have fun. All right, Michael, what are we going to do next? We do one, or you want to go to a commercial?
We could do that. We could try to break it up. Now, everyone, are we streaming okay? Or are we breaking up? I think there's a big delay, unfortunately. Oh, good. We've got a good report on it. So let's go off and do thank you for those people who have contributed. Here we go. 3. Oh, we're back.
We're back. Oh my goodness. Now we
I
do.
love Sandy Garland's comment. Barbie, you look like you're eating a cookie holding that microphone.
Well, you know what? I do love a good cookie.
Oh, it's way too funny.
Now,
All right. Go ahead.
well, we have some wonderful things on there. Mike Connor says it's good connection, but I'll be jumping off early. Well, that's sad, Mike, but just remember, you can always follow us on the Kringle Brothers at YouTube, or you can follow us at the Kringle Brothers on Facebook, and you can always check out these videos that we end up doing. But you know what? We have an exciting Santa coming up next.
He's got a great story. I
And
can't
you
wait
know,
for you to hear it.
This is a story we're going to entitle "The Book That Set the House on Fire." All right, here it is right now.
Santa Joe, come on and share.
Well, hello, everyone.
He even brought the prop with him.
Yes.
There you go.
So every year I have the elves make me new props, and last year they made me this.
Here, you're gonna
Can
show
you
it. There, look at that. Isn't that good? It's all leather bound.
Yeah, they
Look at
all
that.
did
Oh,
an
nice big
excellent
book.
job on making that, except for one minor detail.
The extreme naughty list
From
from a long time ago.
So we had a lot of fun with this book. It was even I was interviewed by the local television studio in Detroit. I brought the book.
Did you really?
Only without incident, right? But
I know the story you're going to share, and I'm thinking,
so
that happened on TV.
no. So in the beginning of the season, I was auctioned off by a charity, and the person that won me, it was one of the last gigs for the year, and they had a beautiful home. This home must have been at least $1 million home.
Oh my!
And I brought the book,
Yes.
and
Mike, why don't you hold the mic for him?
I can hold the microphone for you. There you go.
so we're doing the thing, and I said, "Oh yeah, there you are," and it lights on fire, and I'm going to have to show you Santa.
You got to see
I'll
the trick.
reveal.
All right, shh! Don't tell anybody
Yeah,
else.
so inside here is a little wad with lighter fluid and a lighter. And I set the thing on fire, and it's going, and I'm shaking it like crazy. All of a sudden, that little wad falls out of the book, singes
which is on fire.
on fire, singes my fur on my coat, hits the carpet. And
The $1 million home.
And my foot was on top of that thing. My heart was pounding so fast, it would not. It was incredible. Oh man! Yeah, it was
Did you ask them if they had insurance?
Not a good time to ask.
Yeah. No, but they did tell me that they don't worry about that.
Oh, they were good to you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then we had to double down after that.
Oh.
So I also have these things called rocket balloons,
Oh.
and you blow them up, and you hand them, and you let go, and they go whee.
Oh yeah.
Whee, like that, just like that.
All right.
So we let one off, and this house has got cathedral ceilings
Oh.
with curtains. And the curtains had to be 12 foot off the floor. I mean, this house is huge.
Huge.
And one of the rocket balloons lands on top of the curtain rod, and there's no way you can reach it from you can't reach it from the ground. You got to get a ladder.
You're gonna get a letter. You get a long stick.
So we left the house, almost burned it down, left it a mess.
And it was a great time by all. It all had a wonderful time.
We got a huge tip. It was unbelievable. So get the heck out of here.
See, for me, I would have asked if I could open up the book again and maybe catch the curtains on fire to get the balloon down.
So it was a great, last year was a great year.
Perfect.
The elves did me proud with the.
Oh my.
See, always remember that
That's
props
fun.
are fun, but you have to control them.
Yeah.
Well,
When things go wrong, just blame it on the elves.
Yes, that's
they
right.
made the book, not me.
Well, it always goes props. There's always something about a prop. There's always something that doesn't go right. I'll take this as a good word. It just happens. It's part of life, right? The big gig is are you professional enough just to keep rolling? I like blaming the elves. That's a good thing.
Almost had a heart attack. We almost didn't keep it.
You do bring up a good point, Michael. Is nobody really knows what the show's all about except for you. So
That's
if there
right.
is a mistake or a misstep or you accidentally set a house on fire, part of your story.
9 and 10 news. Santa blows up the chimney.
Well, I'm here to make all you other Santas look good.
Thank you, Joe, for sharing your story. Oh, I appreciate it.
See,
Well,
you never know what kind of stories you're going to get when you're actually doing this.
Sorry, wrong button. We're remote. This isn't going. I was scrolling down because I thought it would be a good time to get Charlie on. We're going to have our dad joke tonight live.
Oh my goodness! All right, Charlie, are you ready?
You got 4 seconds, Charlie.
There you go, Dick.
4
Charlie, right up
second
here.
lead in. Here we go.
Why do Christmas trees make terrible knitters? Because they're always dropping their needles.
That was good. All right, great. Oh, you got to do it. All right. Maybe we'll have another Santa joke later on, and a little bit later in the show. That would be fun.
So you know what? Why we're in between? Oh, what was this here? I saw some things in here. Good connection. Okay, I have
Okay.
2 pair of kaboots.
Oh, I got to talk to you, Michael. I'm thinking about getting some of those.
Oh, and then Kelly Mitchell will say, "Hey guys."
Hi, Kelly. Glad you're here.
And Kevin, Santa Kevin. I'm so sorry you lost us on Facebook, but we are easy to find, so always log back in.
All right, Santa Bob. Where's Santa Bob?
Santa
There you are.
Bob.
Come on, Bob. Come on, share a story with us. Something that's happened. Here comes Bob.
Do you want to
There
sit
we
down, or you want to stand up? I'll let you sit down. That way you can be closer on camera.
Come on, Bob. There you go.
You know, Bob has a really good story. Almost lost his wedding ring today.
It's a God thing. We found it. Shh. I don't know if his wife knows that. Keep quiet.
I don't think he's watching. Anyway, I kind of wore this shirt and hat for Bob Smith. He was on earlier, so
That's right.
This is kudos to you, Bob Smith.
Awesome.
And well, I've got a kind of a summer Santa little happening. I had an accident several years ago, and my knee is really bruised up. I mean, it's very, very noticeable. And
Big
as I
bruise.
was, yeah, and a little boy asked me, Santa, what happened to your knee? I says, well, this last Christmas, I was delivering presents down the chimney, and I fell off the roof. It says, you know how many houses don't shovel their roofs for Santa Claus? And the little boy looked up at his dad and said, Dad, we have to shovel the roofs now. And
you have to take care of you, Santa.
The dad looked at me and said, mouth, well, thanks a lot. Well, that's it.
I can see it Christmas Eve. Get out there, Dad! He's coming! He's coming!
I think Santa Bob's story here just is another commercial for snow rakes. Roof rakes.
Way too much fun.
Oh my goodness! All right, so why don't we? Let's see what we're going to talk. Why don't we have our audience?
Yep.
Though live or not, what are some topics that you want Michael and I to discuss going forward?
Oh, that's a good question.
So if you want to type something in, go ahead and type something in the comments. Do we have anything from the audience? What would you like us all to kind of talk about, or what questions do you have?
Serious all of a
I
sudden.
mean, we can actually see with Jingle Joy this year. We have how many people joining us this weekend?
There was 44 people, 45 signed
And
up.
how many are brand new Santas?
Oh, I would say brand new Santas, the year down to like 1 or 2 years. I would say, if I remember right, I'm trying to think of the stats, I think there's probably 2/3 of them.
That's wonderful. And it just shows you too that this is a great time if you're thinking about becoming a Santa to get some of the education you can. Watch our show. And you can always come up and ask us questions, or you can ask anyone questions itself.
Mm-hmm.
But we are very fortunate to have Tim Conahan with us this weekend.
Yep.
With what's the name of his school?
School for Santas.
School for Santas. And
and he has an online curriculum too. In other words, if you can't make it in person, you can get the videos of all the training, and you can do things online.
And what's nice is his class is kind of stacked. So you could start off by getting a bachelor's degree in Santa Clausology.
Yep.
Then you can get a master's degree. Then an advanced master's degree. And then you can get your doctorate in Santa Clausology.
Yep, that'd be awesome.
Now, what's some of the famous things that Tim's known for, though?
You know what? I would say some of the biggest things in the past from Tim is photography work. In other words, how I work with children in a photography setting. Tim's changed that for me. In other words, posing, thinking of blocking, how do I face the camera? What do I want to do? Angles and a lot of that geometry kind of stuff.
And also,
I'm not good at math, so in other words, Tim's stuff that the guys will hear tomorrow on photography was a big change for me.
And he also discusses too the proper way maybe to hold a child, both a toddler, an infant, etc. But he does
the difference between somebody young compared to if you got teenagers. In other words, the stuff that I've done that he's talked about from teenagers have gone over huge, crossing my arms, going
back to back. And because again, though, as you're catering your stance or your pose to your client or the child that's with you right now, I mean, you're not going to have a 15-year-old that says, "Hey, do you want to sit on my knee?"
No, I hope not. Some of them are better than Santa.
There are stories that Santas have actually been called into families because their 16, 17-year-old child still believes and are getting in fights in school. So you do have to actually understand that too. There are still some strong believers out there. But Tim also offers a satellite class just on making magical moments, which is just all photography work. So again, that's School for Santas. But what I was wondering too is Tim Conahan's known as the Hollywood Santa because he's always in the Hollywood Parade. And he's also
that's where he doesn't live there now, but he used to live out in that area.
Right. Yep. And he's also the national Santa for the Toys for Tots.
Toys for Tots. He does a lot for Toys for Tots.
So if you're in the Nashville area, I believe this weekend after he finishes with us here at school that he will be going down for the race and actually doing some work for Toys for Tots this weekend
cool. I
too.
didn't know that.
That's awesome. Let's see who else we got up there too.
I think we should. Oh, you're looking for comments?
Yeah, we're just looking for comments. This is my 4th year coming from Chris Skillins. That's awesome.
Oh, that's awesome.
A language earpiece for different language. Oh, that's interesting, Bill. Yeah, we can talk about that.
I've done that. Yeah, that would be cool. I haven't played with that technology, but that would be really cool. I know I've got some magical things just from phrases, of ASL or Spanish. I had a little Spanish kid that I learned. I worked so hard on the phrase, and it paid off. It was a magical moment.
But like in that show, in the movie Miracle on 34th Street, I mean, it's wonderful. The original, when you see Santa speaking Dutch, and then in the remake in the 90s, it went to sign language too.
Sehr gut.
Sehr gut.
That's not Dutch. That's German. Anyway, whatever. I always get them confused.
Yes. So we have next, because we aren't even getting into language barriers
Let's
here.
get Santa Chris. In fact, Santa Chris. Let's get Santa Chris Terry to come up and share one of his stories.
But you know what I'd rather have first?
What?
Christmas Kimmy coming up, talk about the cake.
Oh, I didn't think. I don't think Christmas Kimmy wanted to talk about cake.
Well, that's all right. Her cake is awesome.
I like the cake, but just realize if I have to make sure Mrs. Claus's cookies are the best. It's a marriage thing, you know what I mean? What can I say? So welcome, Chris. How are you doing?
Let's discuss the beard first.
This is the guy who's got the beard.
Beard. Yeah,
I have a little bit of beard envy with him. Yes, I do.
well, Mrs. Claus does all the work on the beard, so I have to give her the credit. It grows and she does all the work.
He's the closest to a Gimli beard, right? Lord of the Rings kind of thing. If I had a choice, if I could have any beard I want, I'd like a Gimli beard.
Right.
You can buy one.
I don't want to buy it. I want to grow it. I want to grow it.
Yeah. Well, I think, didn't you say Tom is on?
Tom
Sharon? Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
Right there. There's
That's
a
right.
beard. You can get it.
That's right. All right. Forget about it. We're going down on the tangent here. All right. I'm getting cues from Christmas Kimmy. Keep on task. All right. So, go ahead. So, one of your favorite Christmas memories?
One of my favorite Christmas memories is, I think, the very first year I was ever Santa, my first real gig. I thought Santa was for the kids, and I learned that really Santa is just for the young at heart, because I was at where's Kim?
Sherwood, come on in. Make a cameo presence. At least pop your head in here. Here's Christmas Kimmy. There she is.
I was at Sherwood Forest, and I had an older lady come in. She was
You said Sherwood.
Sherwood Forest.
All right.
Sherwood.
Robin Hood.
I'm thinking like men's in tights all of a sudden.
Yeah, well, that's
all right.
that's what
But yes, this elderly lady came in with her daughter. She had never visited Santa. So it was great. It was a great visit.
80s.
Oh, she was late 80s.
And
never visited Santa, and she was very excited. We had a great time.
Wow.
And I spent a little extra time with her because it was very special to both of us. And about a couple hours later, I had a group of teenagers that came in with their mom and dad. Of course, they're standoffish, and I told them, "Well, you're never too old for Santa." I said, "I just had an elderly lady come in, and her first time visit with Santa, and then I hear about 15 people back in the row. It was me. It was me. She came back to visit with Santa again with her other daughter.
That's awesome.
So, yeah, so it was.
I'm the old woman.
That's right. That's right.
Time anyone would admit that,
But,
right?
but that was probably one of the greatest.
That sounds
Yeah,
awesome.
it was amazing. The timing was perfect.
Perfect.
So-
That's cool.
Very
Now,
good.
if I remember right, you've got your own show that you're doing tomorrow too, aren't you?
Yes, we're doing Christmas Crossings, part of Santa's Magical Fellowship group with Mel.
With the
But-
TNL network.
Yep, the TNL network, and we are going to be doing that live from the reindeer farm tomorrow.
Ooh,
So it's going to be
awesome.
fun. I'm hoping to wander around and see some of the new baby reindeer. You know, I think there's 8 of them. I think
8 brand new ones.
8 brand new ones. So we want to see that. There's some new Highland cows. There's all kinds of stuff there.
Two baby cows.
Yep, 2 brand new. And
And
now
the new
there's-
sloth. the
That's
sloth,
right. Yep,
the
yep.
new
They've
sloth.
got 2 sloths there now.
Which I always wondered
So-
about that name, sloth. It just
But you just get convinced about the 7 deadly sins.
It sounds slow. Yeah. Yeah. Well,
Mm.
yep, that's right. But yeah, so it should be a lot of fun. I'm hoping to talk to Dave or Danny
yeah.
and maybe get a little bit of a tour. You know,
That'll be
from the
fun.
guys.
So
So
tune in tomorrow night, same time, and you might be able to get a live tour of, Rooftop Landing Reindeer Farm if you've never seen it before, which is a very magical place indeed.
absolutely. All right. Thank you guys.
Thanks, and thanks for Christmas,
Goodbye.
Kimmy, for keeping them all in tight. Yes, very good job.
We are the men in tights.
True fun.
But you know what, though? We keep talking about the reindeer farm. What's going on Saturday, Michael?
Well, Saturday is from 10:30 to 2:30. The farm is open for you to come. If you're a Santa, bring your suit. We're encouraging Santas to bring their suit. Put on, so you can imagine 40 Santas all running around in their suits. It'll be awesome. And
You do mean
you can get pictures
You
with
do mean your
reindeer.
Santa suit, right?
Yes,
Not birthday
yes,
suit.
not
'Cause
birthday.
that's just weird.
No, you silly goose. So, but yes, Santa suits. So a Santa, when they say suits, right, they're talking about their Santa attire, because normally you won't see a whole lot of Santas dressed up in suits any other time. It's usually T-shirts and so
Yeah.
Santa suits.
Santa suit.
Santa suit.
But it's
Bring their suits. Get pictures with the reindeer.
But it's
And
not
then-
just open to the people that are here for Jingle Joy. It's open
Right.
to any Santa in the state of Michigan, or if you want to
Or
come
out of
from
state,
Ohio,
fine.
Indiana, or if you want to take a
You
trip
can-
on an airplane for a day, come on
California.
in.
So, Santa Don could come all the way from California.
He could come over. That'd be awesome if he did.
And
Though.
I can't wait. I need to go see him. I gotta
Road trip.
road trip. Let's go to California and see Don.
Okay, we need to get that VW bus though.
Oh yeah,
Oh, okay.
that would be fun.
Here's a comment coming from.
We could do down 66. We could do the Route 60. All right, never mind. And then cut up. All right, never mind. Okay.
And this is from the guy who only flies first class anymore. All right, Santa Joe said, "You guys have so many simple props and items in your bag. It'd be neat to focus on one of them each program. Identify,
that's a good
demonstrate, and ideas for sharing in a home visit or group event. That's a good idea.
I like that. That's a great idea.
Maybe that's what we spend our month of June as doing, as just prop work.
Just we could do simple props and how we use them. Because the thing that I love about learning a prop is my story is completely different than your story. In other words, don't get pinned into it's got to be this is the writ and this is what this type. You make it yours. You've got to own it. It's got to be your story.
The root of the story remains the same, but it's how we go about
That's
getting
right.
it is
Presenting.
too. But again, this is the fun part about being Santa and learning the improv and knowing your character.
Yeah.
That everything can change, and
Being
it can
confident
change
in
on a
yourself.
dime. I mean, you can come out with one story.
Nowadays it would be a quarter.
Well, yeah, with inflation and tariffs, we're
everything,
looking at
so
$1.
You can turn on a quarter.
It'd be a tiny quarter though.
We'd wear it out. We better get a 50-cent piece.
If you can find those.
Yes, I see them.
All right, so let's see here.
Let's see. We got Stacy said hi to Joe, and Sandy saying hi. We got more people. Oh, and Chris is on now.
Oh,
Hi,
Chris is saying, I am planning coming up on Saturday to see all
"Oh,
you guys
from
London,
Ontario,
Ontario.
yeah, international. I'm so
Oh,
glad.
and you know what? What? We just, flashing across your computer in awesome record time. Our photographer that's going to be at Rooftop Landing just posted, and that's the wonderful Steffi Boyce Photography.
So if you need professional portraits for marketing or different things, she'll be there.
She will, and I believe she has still some slots available.
You know what? She's so good about, not only does she have such a creative eye in the way she takes her pictures, but her turnaround for editing and getting them back to you in a timely fashion is absolutely wonderful.
Well, one of the things I really enjoy is the fact that she takes the main subject, being the Christmas performer, and makes that the focal point of the picture itself.
Yeah, especially for your marketing and
exactly.
different things.
I mean, some of the photographers spend so much time actually working on the backgrounds that they forget that Santa or Mrs. Claus is the thing. We got snowball fights now. Snowball fights. There we go. I got to there we go. It's a snowball break. All right. See, even
I want you to know that Kathy Thick is the instigator of all of this. All of it. Oh, I love you, Kathy. And Jeff is coming Saturday too. All right.
Don't forget, you can always get snowballs from Spangle.
Now you're doing an advertisement. Don't advertise this snowball.
So who do we have up next for a wonderful story?
I don't know. Sandy's got me. I mean, I would like if we could. I thought Ted had a story for us. Sam and Ted. Did Ted? Ted, did you have a story? I know Jerry does.
I don't have a story. I can make one up.
I don't know if you heard that. He goes, I'm not sure about a story, but I can make it up. So Jerry, why don't you come and share with us why Ted comes around?
Oh, he's got snowballs too. He's locked and loaded.
Here they come. They're coming. This is Santa and Ted. And here comes Santa, Jerry. All right, Ted, you come share a story. And then Jerry, you're on deck.
All right. Here we go. There's the microphone.
Come on, Ted.
Come in.
Oh. All right.
I thought you didn't want me on the show tonight because I'm better looking than you.
Well, I agree with that. You are better looking, but you do have better stories than I do. So
but
you're still going.
Incoming.
Hey,
I better not say that on the internet.
Yes, that's just right.
Okay.
All right. No poopy stories.
We won't say keep those balls to yourself.
All right. We don't.
He did.
Yes.
I guess I can't say that.
Hopefully, we won't get in trouble for that one. All right, go ahead. No. All right, tell me your story.
Let me explain the people.
Snowballs. Yes, there we go. All right.
Okay.
What are your favorite Christmas memories, Ted?
Well, it's been a long time. I've had a lot of Christmas memories, but I guess one of my favorite stories, and since we're sticking with the theme of what's happened recently, I had a family come in towards the end of the night one night. I do Cabela's in Grand Rapids. And it was a family of 3 kids, and they're older, and the youngest was probably 7. And so I started with her and said, well, what would you like for Christmas this year? And she goes, you're not going to like it, Santa. And I said, what do you mean I'm not going to like it? I said, now you've got to tell me what.
Yeah. What is this?
And she goes, well, the simple truth is we don't want you to come by.
What?
And that's pretty much what I said. I said, okay, now I'm really intrigued. I need to understand why you don't want me to come by. And she goes, well, we've decided this year that we're going to celebrate Christmas for the right reason.
Oh.
And we want to celebrate the birth of Christ. And I thought, well, you know what? That's probably the best reason anybody has ever said, please don't come by to me in my entire life. And we talked a little bit, and I told them how proud I was. And I shared with them that St. Nicholas is actually a true Christian saint, and the story of Christmas evolves from that. And I went through that. And I look back up at the line, there's about 5 people in line, and I'm thinking they've been there about 10 minutes. And the first lady in line kind of mouths to me, keep going, you're fine. And I just kind of said, okay, well, I tell you what, let's do this. I promise I won't come by on Christmas Eve if you guys will just pray with me right now. And we stopped and we did a short prayer. And it was probably one of the most heartfelt moments that I've had as a Santa in 25 years.
That's awesome.
And, it's just those opportunities don't come along every day. And I was just very blessed to have been the one in the chair that night. So
That's awesome.
but that was my story for this year.
Hey.
I'll let somebody that couldn't monopolize your time as much as I could.
Oh, thank you, Ted. I appreciate that.
You know, Bob, I know you're on, and I know that you just don't want to give me a show because I'll make everybody quit watching all the others. So I'll let this go back to Herbie now, okay?
Oh, there's more snowballs come. Oh, all right. Hey, stop it. We're gonna do our trivia question. All right.
Hey, guess what I
Here we
got?
go. What?
Guess- I got cake.
Oh. All right, we're gonna do our trivia question now. Just let me see if this will run. Here we go. Let me hopefully knock on wood.
Since its founding in 2004, Santa's Closet has been committed to providing unique, high-quality accessories for Santa, Mrs. Claus, and the entire Claus community. Our mission is to deliver exceptional customer service and outstanding value, offering competitive pricing and a wide selection of products designed to enrich the Claus experience.
Woo-hoo! All right. Thank you, Santa's Closet, for helping us out and giving to the Santas and the people who answer our trivia question for the night. Now, all right. So we'll be watching the screen, and the first one who responds, you win the gift for tonight. But there's a few rules, like you're in a timeout for 65 days if you've already won, and we can't send anything international or overseas.
And that includes Canada.
That includes Canada, unfortunately. But you know what? If you won and you have someone in America that we can send it to in the U.S. postal box or whatever, I mean, we'd be more than happy to do that, right?
Yes, we would be.
I like that idea. So, all right, tonight's trivia question. All right, Charlie, you're in a timeout. He knows the answer really fast. Yes, that's right. All right, so here we go. Tonight's question is this. In 1981, Bob and Doug McKenzie released their own version of a classic Christmas song. What is it?
Take off, hoser.
Oh, look at all the people waving. All right. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do.
Was that the Swedish Chef?
We did Auntie Verbal's the Happy Birthday. Merry Christmas. All right, wait, we got some people. Oh, Jingle Bells. That's a good try. Sorry, Brian. It's not it. Ted says you all can do better if you didn't hear him. All right, keep trying. All right, we haven't got a winner yet, but we're working on it. You know the answer. Come on, Bob Smith. I know you know this answer. All right, maybe as we're waiting for the response, should I put the words back up one more time?
Yeah, put the words back up one right now.
Oh, hey, Bill! Oh,
hey, that's my cake.
Jeff and Joe. Wait, Joe got it. Joe, I think Joe is our number one response. Here we go. Joe's in the list. Do you agree?
Yes, I would say Joseph Cunningham.
The answer is the 12 Days of Christmas.
You hoser.
Yes. On the first day of Christmas, my true love gave to me. All right.
A case of beer.
Congratulations, Joe, if you would. All right. Let's see if I can find the right response here. Oh, wait. It's not over here.
No, because it's on these banners.
It's in this spot here. Joe, if you would, send us your name and address.
And shirt size.
Because just in case Wade has a shirt that he's giving away that night. And we will forward your information to Santa's Closet. Now, I think they were running a shirt sale last time, weren't they?
I think so. I think
are they still running that
They
sale?
could be, but if you hadn't had an opportunity, go to Santa's Closet. They have everything that all aspiring Santas and Mrs. Clauses would possibly need.
That's right. So, Joe, send all that information to kringlebrothers2@gmail.com, and we will get your gift out to you. And thanks, everyone, for participating and playing. I appreciate that. That's fun.
Okay, that works out well.
It works out good.
So you know what, though, while you're going back to banners, then just click on the next banner for me.
Oh, click on the next
Yep.
one. Here we go.
Now, just remember, as we said earlier, please follow us and like us on Facebook and subscribe to us on YouTube at the Kringle Brothers. This way, you'll always know where we'll be, what we're doing, and of course, you can ask any questions, and we have answers. They may not be right, but they may be fun.
May not be right, but they'll be fun.
So
you can make up stories like you won't believe.
But you know what? Going back to Ted's response on that,
yeah,
he touched on something I think every claws performer should know, and that is take time to learn the history. Not just the history of St. Nicholas, but the histories of the other gift givers of the world, because as we start meshing different cultures in, you may have a child who's more familiar with Father Christmas. I mean, you had that experience.
I had that experience when I was doing virtuals during COVID, and I had a couple hours visit with a company in New York, but they also had a branch in London. So I got to see kids from London for 2 hours. It was an awesome experience.
But what did one child say when they asked Father Christmas, I would like a bicycle? And what was your response?
Well, my mind was just like, the child, and what would you like for Christmas? Oh, Father Christmas, we would like then they gave me what they would like. And I go in, is there anything else? And the kids looks at me and goes, Father Christmas, you know we only asked for one thing. And that really shocked me. You know what I mean? Totally shocked. The crowd's having a good time.
The crowd is getting it because it's like awesome cake. Everybody's fighting over cake.
All right, go back to what you were doing.
No, but what I'm trying to say, though, is when you sit there and you look at it, if you can understand the different cultures and you understand the different gift givers, it also puts a good perspective on your own character development and how the Santa Claus that we know today has basically continued from Santa Claus, Pierre Noel, even some of the others like the Three King holidays that are La Befania. There's many of them that are out there. So let's see what other wonderful comments
let's do this.
Have.
I've got one more supporter. I want to run their video, and then we can come back and then we can close this all up and get everything going. I can't believe our hour is almost done.
Well, we had so much fun. Okay, we got another dad joke.
All right, here we go. Coming shortly, right after this.
Are you going crazy managing clients, contracts, and invoices? Kringle Tracker is here to help you. Stay organized with ease. Keep your sanity in check with Kringle Tracker's intuitive tools to effectively manage your schedule and clients. Our seamless, customizable contract system allows you to tailor your contracts to you and your clients' needs. Prepare for tax time like a pro by tracking your income and expenses and generate rates to make it a breeze. Transform your claws business by signing up for a free 20-day trial. Kringle Tracker was created by a claws for the claws community so you can focus on making magical memories for your clients. Head over to kringletracker.com and sign up for your free trial today.
Yay! What a great... Now we get to do a second dad joke tonight.
We're going to do a second dad joke. I was just going to say, I'm almost to the point now where I would basically tell all my stories to anybody who just make good cookies. And good cake. But see, Christmas Kimmy still owes me a story. It's been a year in the making.
Oh, Kimmy does?
Kimmy does.
Christmas Kimmy?
Christmas Kimmy, the maker of the cake.
Oh, my. All right.
We got a new dad joke.
Come on.
Come on.
Give us a dad joke. Here we go. Dad joke number 2.
What is Santa's favorite kind of music? Rap.
Hey, that was good.
That reminded me. I did this whole segment on my TikTok channel, right? And I took wrapping paper and I go, Santa's been rapping way longer than Snoop Dogg.
But you didn't call him Snoop Dogg at first. What you call him?
No, I called him Snoop Dogg, and I said, "Isn't that right, little Kelvin?" He called him by his name, and I said, "I challenge you to an epic Christmas rapping battle." I was hoping that he would get a copy, and it might happen. But
you even shared that with what's her face?
Martha Stewart. Nothing. I couldn't get it past my own living room. I thought it was a pretty funny idea.
I like it. Maybe you should try Eminem next time.
Oh, yeah. Ice, ice, baby, slip, slide. Ah! Christmas Claus. Right, never mind.
You just classified Vanilla Ice and M&M in the same sentence.
I know.
Oh my God, you can't do that.
Oh, all right.
All right. So we have one last special
I
guest.
thought I was just, being consistent, condensing, bringing it all together,
if-
one beat at a time.
If Santa had a rap name, what would it be?
Oh, if Santa had a rap name, I don't know. What would it be?
I don't know. I'm asking you. And from the Peanut Gallery, MC Cookies and Milk.
MC Cookies and Milk.
He's the cookies on the milk. All right. Who's our last special guest with a Christmas story?
I have no idea now. You've really taken me back.
To where? Back to the beginning?
I mean, my sheet's right here. Let's see. We got the Queen, and we had Bob, and we got Jerry. Oh, Jerry!
Jerry!
There we come. Save the best for
Well,
last.
we got two Jerrys.
Before we get him up there, Rainey would like to explain what it's like to host a bunch of Santas and Mrs. Clauses in May.
Oh, come on! All right, and this is our host here at the Best Western Hotel. This is our host, and she's going to explain what it's like to have all these Santas in one location. Hi, welcome.
Hi. I mean, it's pretty great. I have no idea. It's pretty fun, honestly. He told me you'd ask me some questions. I'm not quite sure. I'm not sure.
Well, that's
But
right. So out of the uniqueness of Santas, have you ever had a group come to the hotel like this before?
We have like wedding groups come over and everything like that. But
Are they as fun as us?
No. No.
What's funny is we do this all without alcohol.
We do. We don't pay for it at all. Well, we do pay in a sense, right? Yeah. All right, awesome. Well, thank you.
You woke up this morning and looked at the calendar and go, okay, we have 40 Santas and Mrs. Clauses coming. What were some of the questions that were going through your mind?
Did it freak you out?
No, I was here last year when you guys were here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I was gone, but I wasn't here to decorate anything like that. But I was here last year to decorate. But when I came back, it was kind of a surprise.
That was fun.
And
You know what's great? And they decorate the hotel in Christmas again for us. It's really wonderful. See the tree and everything.
All the twinkling. Oh, missing. That's okay. You are the star. So thank you. She didn't make cake.
Thank you so much for hosting us.
Thank you, Randy. Thank you.
All right, Jerry, come and share your story. We got two Jerry's. We got two Jerry stories coming. So here's Jerry 1 and Jerry 2. Get ready.
Well,
All right.
hello there.
Come on in, buddy. There we go.
Oh, boy.
All right, Santa Jerry, what are your favorite Christmas memories?
Well, I also worked at Cabela's last year, and one of the best things that I saw was a lot of there was quite a few families that got dressed up together, and either they would come dressed like little elves, and then the father would come as a Grinch or something like that, and it just warmed my heart that these people drove all the way, got dressed up together at home, and got together as a family and came in and walked through Cabela's
to see
dressed
you,
like that,
to see Santa.
me, and to have their picture taken with me. It was really heartwarming. I had other ones that got dressed up in nice suits and everything else, and that came in. But it was the funny, they'd come in their pajamas.
Yes.
And a whole family would come in. The father too,
all dressed up,
all dressed up,
fun,
and just,
all to see Santa.
And it was just, it was so heartwarming to see families do that. I haven't seen that.
That's cool,
and I thought it was pretty neat.
I think so too. That's a cool neat. Thank you, Jerry. Thanks for sharing that. That's awesome.
And where's other Jerry?
All right, one more Jerry, and then we'll have to call it an evening.
Well, no, we don't have to call it an evening.
Well, I want to make
We'll
sure
call
that
it a night.
I will call it a night. Yes,
because we have cake to eat.
We have cake and more stories to tell. All righty, Jerry. Whoop, careful, big guy. We got you.
Watch that chair.
I know that.
All right, there you go.
Wheels on it.
All right, Santa Jerry, tell us one of your favorite Christmas memories. That's right, that's you in there. Yeah, you can see it, can't you? Now you know why we saved him for last.
I had a little girl come up to me and say, "You look like a girl."
What?
That was so funny. She said, "You look like a girl."
You really?
Yeah, she did.
And so how did you respond to her?
Ho, ho, ho.
Well, good. And how did she receive it?
You just give me a funny look.
like everyone else here right now.
I got one more story.
All right, give us one more.
I was invited to the City Opera House
Oh, nice.
to do Santa
Yeah.
for 75 second graders.
Oh.
And so I met the one fellow who's in charge of the City Opera House. He kept going back and forth. The one was still watching the movie. Comes back, still watching the movie. Okay, that's okay. Still watching the movie. Should be done in about maybe 5 minutes. Okay, so I've got my Santa bells. I'm ringing my Santa bells.
Yeah.
I can hear the kids. I think Santa's here. I think Santa's here. So he opens up the door. The kids go, "It's Santa Claus!" About blew me over. So when the Santa True last year, he said about doing the ho, ho, ho.
Yes, that's right.
So when I say ho, you say ho.
Ho. That's right.
So I did that. And I say, when I say Merry, you
Call
say
it a
Chris.
response back to them. Nice.
And it's like blowing me away.
That's cool.
When it
Well,
was-
7-year-olds are a phenomenal magical group for Santa.
Right.
Yeah.
And so I got done doing my gig. There's this little girl, Santa, Santa. Oh, yes. I'm going to tell my grandma. I'm going to tell my mom. I'm going to tell everybody that I seen Santa Claus today.
That's right.
So that was pretty cool.
That's fun. Thanks, Jerry.
Okay.
That's
Merry
awesome.
Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you all. Oh, well, thanks for letting us divert. Thanks for letting us do something a little bit different tonight and introduce some new Santas to you. And keep working on your craft and your skill. What a magical thing to be able to share with families, and young and old. All, I think Santa's for the child in all of us, right? Reminding us
Well, you remember
of a lot of good things.
from Charles W. Howard. What is it? It's "Ere those who think Santa comes down a chimney, but
Yeah.
he comes actually through the heart."
Through the heart.
And everybody that we talk to, everybody that we know, they have that spirit of Christmas in their heart. And that's why each of them will make a phenomenal Christmas performer and a great representation of Christmas. So before we leave,
So we'd like to say thank you, the TNL Network, for allowing us to be able to come tonight.
and also our wonderful wives, Linda and Stacy,
That's
for
right.
allowing us to have some fun.
Without we wouldn't do very well.
We'd probably end up being roommates, living off of pizza.
We would not be doing very well. So Bob and Scott, all of you, thank you so much. And you, our listeners and followers, we really appreciate you.
And just remember, Saturday we'll be at Rooftop Landing. It's open to all Christmas performers from 10:30 to 2:30. So if you're in the area, come up and see
Please
us.
come out and see us.
Always
That'd be
join
great.
us every week as we just talk about different elements of being a Christmas performer.
So blessings to everyone. May your life be filled with laughter, encouragement, and fellowship.
And may you find magic in every smile you inspire, and always live with a heart full of Christmas.
Oh my God! There we go, everybody. Thanks for watching,
From the
everybody.
TNL family and to the Kringle Brothers, you have a wonderful Christmas day. And always remember,
Charlie, stop it.
that's right. Always remember, Charlie, stop it. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.